This is the R50A1. You can see it looks really cool. Alright, let's take a look. So it's got two fins and a tail boom and diamond-shaped canards. So let's take a look at this thing in flight, and then let's see what you can do. All you're gonna need in order to fold this jet is a square sheet of paper. Only for the sake of the tutorial, I'm using notebook paper. I'll put the recommended paper in the description, like a link, or you can check the pinned comment. Anyways, the first thing you need to do is fold this edge down to this edge. And I'm gonna just get this display thing out of the way. Bye. 1 second here. Alright, anyways. You've got that. And also, this jet is inspired by quite a lot of other jets. So, this jet is also inspired by Jayson Merril's Vulcan and Jayson Merril's S-57 and Irrelevant's paper airplane Cyclone, and I think that's pretty much it. All right. You're gonna use that crease and then make a squash fold, kind of like this. But before you crease this, you're gonna turn this over and make sure that this light crease right here matches with the center crease right here. Kind of like that. Voila. Anyways, fold the flap over, and then with this flap, what you're gonna do is that you're gonna squash the flap just like this. And then once you got that, you're gonna turn it over and then fold this flap right here as far up as you can without tearing these two corners. Kind of like that. And then you're gonna turn this over and then fold this flap down as far as you can to the point that when you make the new crease, it stops there. Not there, not anywhere like up there, or all this crazy stuff. It has to be right here, nowhere else. Otherwise, your jet is probably not gonna fly. It might be a bit inaccurate, but if you got that, then excellent. You're doing great. All right, turn it over, and then make these folds I'm about to do. I like to fold it in half so that I can match it up so that it's equal. Just like that. Alright, turn the paper over. And then there should be like two light creases on these sides. You're gonna fold on those creases just like this. and then you're gonna squash fold on them like this, To be honest, you have no idea how difficult it is for me to remember how to fold these. But if it's for you, then I'll do it. Anything for you guys. Alright, congratulations. You made the base of the plane. And this is also the base of Jayson Merril's Vulcan. That other plane is an Interceptor, which I think is really cool. Alright, these next steps is going to be what forms the canards. So, you see this little flap right here, right? You're going to take this flap and then like fold it over here so that it overlaps. And then it'll be what makes the diamond canards. Just watch. And then some things are going to be partially unfolded, but you've got to form them back in. And then once you got that, you see there's another flap right here. You're going to want to fold that up so that it matches with this corner right there. And then what you're going to do is that you're going to take this flap you made and then inside reverse fold it just like this. Excuse me. I'm sorry. It's just I'm kind of thirsty. All right. Now we're gonna make some more folds. You know, just folds. Sorry about that. All right, you're gonna fold these flaps so that when you make the creases, the crease you make ends up being ended right there. Keep that folded, and then same thing on the other side, just like that. And then inside reverse fold them. Alright, same thing on the other side. And then you should have something kind of like this. And now, turn the paper over. This next step is going to be adjustment fold. So, you're going to put your finger inside here. And they're going to take these two fingers right here. And then pinch. Kind of like somewhere right there. To the point it makes like a crease. A big mountain crease across the whole flap. And then once you have that crease, you're gonna make it so that you stay pinched, and then you're gonna swivel it over just like that. And then you see there is this extra flap here. You're gonna fold that inside the model. Congratulations, you just formed the fin. And now, and then you're gonna turn the paper over and then fold it in half again. And now this step isn't a judgment fold because now you have to match it with this side. So you just got to do the same thing I just told you. So just give me a second here. Just bear with me, you know. Oh man, this is the fun part. Then you should have something kind of like this. Alright, turn the paper over. Now we're going to make the wings, like the proper wings. Just swivel it up, just like that. Alright, then fold the plane in half, just like this, and do the exact same thing I just showed you so that I can match with this wing. Oh, just making sure I'm doing the correct thing. Sorry. And then unfold it in this orientation. Alright, here comes the fun part. Turn the paper over. We're gonna start with this side. So just follow of how I do it. You're gonna like swivel this up, and then you're gonna flatten it over here, but then you're gonna stuff it up into the model. Just watch. And I'm gonna do it slowly because this is one of the most important steps in the jet. Try my best not to block it. I'm sorry if you're having a hard time. And then this is what I meant when I'm stuffing it up in there. And then crease it so that it removes all the slack inside. Alright, then you do the same thing on the other side, but always fold it in half so that it's equal. And you're gonna have to give me a moment here because it's also tricky for me as well. Don't worry. We're both going through the same thing here, mate. All right. Okay. Now, there's still these two flaps here. We're going to use them to reinforce the fuselage. So, just swivel them out like how I just showed you. Turn it over. And then you're going to make like you made like a little flap right there. And then you're going to just squash it down like that. And then you're going to like put these inside the model. Okay, same thing on the other side. And these are just judgment folds, because they still reinforce the fuselage. Just try to shove them inside the model. Alright, jet fold. It's jet folding time, boys. To be honest, jet folding can be a bit tricky for me. And if it's tricky for you too, congrats, my friend. We have something in common. But it's still possible, and I still do it. It's just that it takes a little moment, you know. Jet folding the other side. Alright, and then you fold the wings and the canards up. Same thing on the other side. Make it so that it matches with these. Alright, you are almost done. You are almost done. You are so close to being done. It's just that now you're going to make a fin. Like this. Nice big fin. But make sure that the fuselage down here is still big enough so you can still hold it. But with this fin, you're gonna squash it. Actually, you're not gonna keep it. And then here comes a part that I have to try to explain, but it's gonna be difficult. You're gonna want to like fold this inside the fin we made. I'm putting that in quotations. Same thing on the other side. And now you're going to want to make this fin, in quotations again, a bit skinnier, like this. Same thing on the other side. Then once you got that, unfold it like this. And you know what you just made? You just made the tail boom. It helps the jet fly quite a lot. And guess what, buddy? You're done. You are done. Congratulations if you made it this far. You are very good at origami if you made it. I am very, very proud of you if you completed this plane, because this was quite a challenging model. And guess what? It took me like quite a lot of hours to design this model, and I actually made up this model in school. Yeah. So this one was basically like a made-up model. But anyways, guys, you can leave the video now. The tutorial is over. But if you're still here, I just want to say enjoy flying. And remember, I always believe in you and stay strong. Alright? Goodbye, guys.